Hello everyone and welcome to the Daily Hud. I'm so happy to be back here with you guys. I'm Tatum.
And I'm Dom.
Guys, we have a great show today. Be sure to like and subscribe to our channel and leave comments in the descriptions below, because if there's anything we're not covering or you want to share your favorite in-game moments, we would love to see what you've got. So send them to us at info@esportschannel.com.
Yes, bring me your videos. I've been anticipating to see what you guys submit, so please feel free to send us your stuff. We'll take memes, we'll take in-game clips, we'll give you a shout out, and your name will forever be documented in the annals of Esports Channel history.
Annals?
ANNALS.
Are you sure you
Yes.
meant anals? Okay,
Yes.
Guys, as we patiently await your submissions, we've got a lot of esports to cover. There's some big games coming up, and we'll also talk about some updated stats from yesterday. Ayer.
And then afterwards, we're talking Csgo IEM Sydney, which has officially begun as of today and will be running through May 5th.
PUBG returns later in the week following today's EU tournament, with the PEL seeing off the Kick Off Cup.
Yes, we'll also be looking forward to the Dota 2 Paris Major on May the 4th later this week. That is so exciting that we're going to see Dota 2 at Disneyland with the Disneyland Paris event group. And of course, this is the fourth major of the 2018-2019 Dota Pro circuit, starting on May the 4th. So something tells me maybe they planned that one. And while this other tournament won't quite be at Disneyland, we'll be talking about the upcoming League of Legends mid-season invitational, set to kick off their own group stages tomorrow.
Also on Wednesday, we will be at the NBA 2K preview.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about the Formula One Baku qualifiers and stats from the Hearthstone World Championship 2019 game that happened on Saturday.
After that, the SC2 GSL Code S Season 2, say that 5 times fast, started yesterday. Then talk a WoW Mythic Invitationals recap, and finally discuss the Paladin Premier League. There's a lot to cover. Are you excited?
I am. We've got a lot to talk about. So let's get right into it. Yesterday, we had the Hearthstone World Championship competition concluding this past weekend with $1 million being divided between 16 players. Our top placing winners of the multi-day championship were Bunny Hopper from Germany and Jing from China, who tied it up in third place, walking away with 100,000. Viper from Germany came in second place, taking home 150. And finally, our Hearthstone champion of 2019 was Hunter Ace of Norway, winning the grand prize of $250,000 in a 3-2 match. His opponent in the finals, Viper, had a massive tournament, going 2-1 in groups before going to Game 5 in quarters, semis, and the grand finals. Now, Hunter Ace had a slightly easier time, going 2-1 in his own Group C before a 3-1 quarters and another 3-1 semis. Now, this is Hunter Ace's first Premier Tournament win, and though he's placed well in the past, we'll have to see if this is just a one-off tournament for him or if it instead propels him to something further over the rest of the year.
I wish him the best, and as most of you were probably still snuggled up in bed or perhaps getting your last few Fortnite limited time adventure battles in, the folks at StarCraft 2 GSL Code 7 Season 2 were battling it out. Last night we sasaw Impact and
Gumiho.
Advance out of their groups. He can say it better than I can, it's sexy. With Impact at 2-0 and
Gumiho
at 2-1, with the trusted Zest falling down and being eliminated. The morning before, guys, we had our first group where Patience and Innovation advanced, with Patience at 2-0 and Innovation advancing at 2-1.
Yes, and also in that group is 4-time GSL Code S champion Maru, who won his first game, but then lost his second against Patience, and then lost his tiebreaker match against Innovation. With those two losses, Maru, 4-time champion, winner of all of 2018 and the first season of 2019, has been eliminated from the tournament at the earliest stage possible, which opens up a whole lot of new possibilities for the Code S season and has already shaken up a lot of the tournament. A lot of folks are sort of preparing, okay, we don't have to deal with this Titan anymore. Well, who do we have to worry about?
Right, that's pretty crazy. That's like the Patriots not making a Super Bowl.
Yeah, who does that?
All right, another game that went underway last night was the Csgo IEM Sydney, officially kicking off today. Last night we saw groups A and B face off. In Group A, we had Team Liquid face Boot Dreamscape, Mouse Sports face Big, Ninjas in Pajamas face United, And finally, MVP PK versus the Renegades.
Yes, and now FaZe challenged the Chiefs in the first game of Group B, taking the win 16-5. We saw Energy defeat Vici Gaming at 16-4. After that, Fnatic took their own win against Heroic at 16-7. And finally in Group B, MIBR, the Brazilian squad that did so well at Blast Pro and has suddenly been turning a lot of heads, went 16-11 against Greyhound. It's important to note that both groups are set up as their own double elimination style bracket. So the teams that have been defeated are not out yet. Then the teams that have won still have 2 more opponents to go through before they're clear to advance towards those playoffs. So we've still got a lot of CSGO to go through.
Very awesome. Love my Brazilian Saúde.
Yeah.
In Group A, Team Liquid opened up the event against Boot Dreamscape, with Team Liquid taking the series win at 16-9. Then Big challenged Mouse in a David versus Goliath match. Very, very big.
Big versus Mouse.
Small.
Yeah.
Yep, very clever. Except this time, Goliath brought sunglasses.
I wrote that.
Big defeats Mouse 16-14. Ninjas in Pajamas defeated E United at 16-3. And finally in Group A, Renegades defeated MVP PK at 16-13.
Yeah, and while we also got a preview of the first lower bracket of Group A, Boot Dreamscape challenged the other losers of Mouse Esports, defeating and eliminating Mouse completely from the competition. Then MVP defeated and eliminated the other losers in E United. From there, we returned to uppers, where Team Liquid took their own 2-0 map win against Big at 16-7 and 16-3, making it look easy. Then Ninjas in Pajamas took their own 2-0 win against Renegades at 16-4 on Nuke, and a much closer game at 16-12 on Mirage.
I would love to see real ninjas fighting in pajamas.
Isn't that what they already fight in?
I guess so.
Because they've got like the soft, easy to move clothes, because that's just what pajamas are, right?
Yeah, or like a snuggie.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Ninjas and Snuggies. Okay, Csgo IEM Sydney is offering a grand prize, guys, of $100,000 to the winning team of a total of $250,000 prize pool. And this is set to see its semis on May 4th in the grand finals.
The grand finale, finanalis.
Yeah. On May 5th. Cinco de Mayo.
Is
I'm
that
already
like
drunk.
Bananas,
Okay.
BANFINANANALS. I don't know how many lyrics are in that song. But hey, may the 4th be with you to all of those teams competing out there in Sydney. Turning our attentions across the sea and many continents away, the Dota 2 Paris Major will be kicking off on May the 4th.
May the 4th be with you. I didn't know you were a Star Wars fan.
Yes, well, born and bred. I can remember watching my first Star Wars movie as a wee youngin' in pajamas, much like other ninjas around the world.
Right.
When I was so small, I had school the next morning, and my parents let me stay up and watch. It was episode 5. What was your favorite Star Wars movie?
Dom,
Tell me about.
I love all the Natalie Portman ones. Okay, Dom, let's get back on track. Like you said, the Paris Major will be kicking off later this week, and we have some heavy hitters on the lineup. Opening matches for Group A will be Virtuous Pro versus Team Team, and Keen Gaming versus Team Liquid. Group B will open the Team Secret versus Team Empire, and Ninjas in Pajamas are back versus Chaos Esports. In Group C, Vici Gaming will face off Pain Gaming, and PSG.LGD will take off Miniski. Finally, in Group D, we will have Evil Geniuses versus Complexity Gaming, and Fnatic versus Origin.
Yeah, now it's important to note that the bracket format of the Paris Major, so far 16 teams have qualified through their own regional tournaments. 3 teams from Europe, China, and North America, 2 teams from the CIS, Southeast Asia, and their own South America. On May 4th and 5th, players are participating in the group stage. The 16 teams will be divided into 4 groups of 4. Top 2 teams will advance to the upper bracket of playoffs. Bottom 2 will advance into the lower bracket of playoffs. So far, all games are set to be a best of 3, and to be completely honest, this is looking to be one monster of a Dota 2 tournament with no eliminations for 2 full days of gameplay, not until at least the 6th.
That's crazy. All right, guys, the playoffs will be held on May 6th through May 12th, and here's where it gets a little tricky, though. The 16 teams will play in a double elimination format, with the final 4 days being in front of a live crowd. No pressure. 8 teams begin in the upper bracket, 8 in the lower bracket, in all games except for the grand finals.
Grand finals.
Oh, guys. In lower bracket round 1 are best of 3. The lower bracket round 1 is a best of 1 for elimination in all of the series. Only the grand finals is a best of 5. And with a total prize pool of $1 million, I am excited to see how it goes. So, May the 4th be with all of you.
Hey, we got her to say it. Put it in the script and we'll make her say it. Hey, but if you're not tired of that joke yet, we've got another one for you. Tatum. What do you call a website that divulges the secrets of the Galactic Empire?
Ooh, a trader.
Close. ish.
Galactic Genius.
Sure. WikiLeaks.
Oh, Dom, what a
Hashtag fake
good
laugh.
one. This
Yeah.
guy's great.
We also have fake laugh in the script right there. Yeah.
We see it. Alongside the celebration of Star Wars Day later this week, PUBG will also be returning. This comes just after the European League's return, which took place earlier this morning. Today's matches are for the PUBG European League's Kickoff Cup, where the premier PEL teams will take on the top 16 of the PEL contenders, the division just below the Premier League. So first place will walk home with $50,000. I'm getting too excited.
Finalis again?
Finals.
Yeah, Finalis.
$50,000 in their pockets, and we get to see how even the playing field will be between the two competitive leagues. We'll keep you updated on the standings to the PEL Kickoff Cup as it continues and provide coverage of the North America's NPL. Now, the National PUBG League, when it kicks off on Star Wars Day, we will be tuning in, and you will be tuning in because it's going to be on Esports Channel for all the updates.
We're going to be covering all of that as it happens. But hey, that's still not all of the esports happenings this week.
Nope.
Tomorrow, League of Legends is finally back. The mid-season invitational will kick off with its own group stages. Riot Games events have long been the gold standard for esports competitions, and now that we're at the first big international event of 2019, most League fans can't wait to see how the regions stack up in this beefy tournament. Also starting on Wednesday, we'll get a return of the NBA 2K League, which is about to enter its 4th week. Now, we're getting a clearer and clearer look at the standings as more and more games are being played, and we're also starting to see some more clarity as time passes, as more teams are starting to separate between the top and bottom. Of course, we'll be bringing you our preview of those games and our teams to watch tomorrow.
The FIFA E-League LQE May will see its own start later this week. Again on May 4th, the day after, we'll see the close to the Baku qualifiers for the Formula One Esports Series, and we'll be covering those results as they conclude.
Yes, and earlier this weekend, we saw the conclusion to the WoW Mythic West Cup 3, and we'll be bringing those results in on tomorrow's episode of the Daily Hud, alongside a preview of the upcoming East Cup 3, set to take place this Friday and Saturday. Finally, we'll preview the Paladins Premier League 2019, which is set to resume on May 2nd with its 6th week of play. Of course, we'll also be filling in any other surprise esports events that pop up and gaming news that you hope to hear as well. So keep it tuned to tomorrow's Daily Hud for more information. But hey, that's it for today's coverage of the Daily Hud. Again, don't be afraid to like and subscribe our videos and send us your favorite memes and Star Wars puns for this Saturday's upcoming holiday on May the 4th.
Yes, I love a good Star Wars pun. Guys, before we go, I've got one for you. Okay, are you ready, Dom? Mm-hmm. What do you call a Sith who won't fight?
Anakin Skywalker.
Nope, a Sithy. No? All right,
That's
didn't
it.
have
All
a
right,
Sith
that's a good
sense on that one. Okay.
There we go. That's it for today's coverage. If you want to know more about gaming and esports, we will also be streaming on twitch.tv/esports_channel, where you can check us out as we play games later on. But hey, thank you so much for watching. And from everyone here at the Esports Channel, have a good night and a grand finanalis.
Finanalis.
Chi-chi.
Finanali. Let's go.